Hey guys, what's up? We're back. We took a little hiatus for the holidays, spent time with families.
Spend time with Jesus.
Oh yeah. I hope you guys all had a happy new year, Merry Christmas, hope you got some good goodies, but we're back to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4, the new episode. So let's get into it. I'm Nick.
I'm Joe, and I'm straight.
And I'm not.
And this week, I've got things to say, Nick. I'm excited, I'm angry, I'm many emotions.
It's about time that you're getting into this.
Also, I think it's worth noting that this is the first week that me and Nick didn't watch the show together. I think that's worth noting.
Which actually will be interesting, because usually we discuss it beforehand, but now we're going in blind. So, before we even start this week's drama, buffoonery, what did Latrice say, rompery or whatever?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Monet. Monet. I want to know why, like, I love her, don't get me wrong. Monet Exchange people, I love her. I want to know why she thought she deserved to win that lip sync.
It's a little something that I like to call blind confidence. And that's it. Like, see, that, not with a lot of you. That's the problem that I have with, like, some of these contestants. In general, is that, like, it's one thing to be confident, but I feel like a lot of them are just like, I am the best and that's it. And it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, because, like, anyone who watched that lip sync, listen, I love Monet, but Valentina danced the whole time. Monet did one jump split and had a swimsuit tearaway. Valentina, although she looked like Kermit, she was dancing around the stage.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say. And then, oh my god, so when they were talking about the lipsticks, and then they're done going to get changed, and Trinity calls her out. Trinity's like, I don't mean to be shady, but how did you think you would win with this?
Oh, yeah. and she's like, and you did emotions in that gown. He's like, and she was like, yes, as most people would. Yeah. Oh
my god, it got so intense. I think Trinity's ready to play the game. I think she's hungry for another win, and that's why she was a little testy.
Trinity was
feisty this week, and I loved it. I was here for it. See, this is how you make good TV without being, like, a bad person.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't saying anything about Monet as a person. She was saying that her look was tired.
Right.
It was a bodysuit.
That's the drama I'm okay with.
Yeah.
It's like your performance wasn't great, or your outfit choice wasn't great, blah, blah, blah. Because that's the part of the competition. I'm down with that.
And she's so dramatic. I love, before you judge my taste, get yourself some taste. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. Alright, now let's talk about this week, baby.
Okay, let's get into it.
I'm ready.
I'm into it. Let's get into it.
Alright.
So, Snatch Game.
Snatch Game of Love.
Snatch Game has been a staple on this show since season 2. That was the first Snatch Game. And the only other season they didn't do it was All Stars 1. So this is the first time they did Snatch Game of Love.
I didn't love the format.
I didn't love the format either. I thought it would have been better if they had done the regular Snatch Game. I get it, they're trying to change it up. And they had the right guest judges to do like a love type show because they are heartthrobs. But I feel like it didn't give the queens enough of a chance to play their character. Right,
yeah. There wasn't like a lot of character action there. It was just kind of like... And I mean, that's like a common format, but I just don't think it worked. It didn't work for me. I think it would have been better to just have them on a panel.
What did you think of the character choices? Who was your top choice? Who was your bottom choice?
Oh, Trinity killed it. Killed it.
And Trinity was, just for the people out there?
Oh, the Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner, yes.
Amazing.
I can't remember the names. Jenner.
It was
Caitlyn
amazing.
Jenner. And it was great. That's Trinity won my heart this week.
Trinity, awesome. The body language, the fact that she stayed in character the whole time.
Trinity was great, and so was, in that group, so was Naomi.
Oh, as Wendy, yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
That was amazing.
That was really good. I was shocked that she was that good, because not that she's not talented, but up until this point there was no hint that she would be a comedic.
Well, see, that's because you haven't seen her in her season. Like, she did have that comedy in her season, so it just took her a little longer to show it here.
Right.
She showed it.
But for me, I was like, I didn't see this coming at all, and I was like, suddenly, and remember how I said that I felt like she was a little one-dimensional in the pit? Not anymore, baby.
No. Now she's I'm one of the front runners, right?
Yeah, now I'm excited.
Like, her Wendy was spot on. She had the face, the wig, the voice. She had the body, the shaped like a pea.
Yeah. Whitney Houston didn't do anything for me.
Oh, no. Whitney's just not funny. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, like, and also, like, it seemed like she just had like one or two phrase things that she just kept doing, and then like referencing random things that like people don't know about Whitney Houston, and it was like
the voice wasn't there. It just the look could have been
the voice
better.
was nothing.
The voice was Monique's voice.
Yeah. And the worst one on that panel. Oh my god.
Let's talk about it.
It was as if she was doing a history report.
Tell the people who you're talking about.
It was Valentina, right?
Yeah.
Because I have to say, she looked very different. Like, she did the look well. First of all, who was that?
She was what everyone would commonly know her as, like, people in our generation, is she's Yzma. Okay. And that's why she did the crunk joke.
Right, but it was like she did a history report. It was like if I did an impression of George Washington and I was like, oh, I was the first president of the United States, and then expected people to laugh at that.
Yeah.
He was just stating facts
about her. I know. I mean,
she was just stating facts about her life. Change. And then like being like, laugh. And everyone was like, that's not funny, you're not making jokes. Like, and one of the judges said that later on.
I think Gus said it.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. But here's the issue with Snatch Game. This happens all the time. There'll be people that'll have the look down. Like, she had the look down, had the voice down, but make it funny. Like, Trinity says it all the time in the confessionals, at least once an episode. Where are the jokes?
Right. There were no jokes.
Yeah.
And then in the other group, the other group as a whole wasn't too good.
It wasn't too good, but it wasn't too good because Gia was throwing off the flow. Because here's what I want to say.
I have to say, Manila, like, it was clearly the best of them, but like, even that I wasn't like, this is hilarious. I was like, it's pretty good.
See, I like Barbara, so I thought the voice was hysterical. The nose was amazing.
It was funny. The look was funny. It just wasn't on the Caitlyn Jenner level in my mind.
No, it definitely wasn't. And then for Monique, the mannerisms were there. The look was there.
Who is she again?
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't know the comedian? The black comedian that's like everywhere now? She does the Groupon commercials. No. She was in Girls Trip.
I'm really not keeping up on my comedy these days.
So for people who do know who she is, the mannerisms were there, the look was there, the hair was there, because that's a dress that she wore like to 4 different award shows.
I thought she was the second best of that group of 4. Yeah. And she made some funny jokes regardless, even though I didn't know who it was. Yeah. But it still was just kind of like, it was good.
It was good.
None of them were like, whoa, this is funny like the other one.
Yeah.
And then Gia.
Okay, before we talk about Gia's performance, I want to talk about Gia's drama in the workroom and the fact that, one, how do you not bring a backup? You have to bring a backup. Because this is a little behind the scenes stuff, just to like let you guys know, whoever doesn't know, and let you know. Their characters have to be approved by the producers.
Right.
So you have to have a backup, because you could show up with your character and the producers would be like,
Well, she just didn't want to have a backup. She wanted to take that character.
The thing that bothered me with her too is on her Snatch Game, she was Kim K, and it was horrendous.
So why would you try to
Why would you pick someone from the same family?
Right.
Like, that's the whole thing. She's writing the transgender ticket, and look, it's amazing that you're transgender and you're on the show and you're representing, but you still have to meet the challenge. Don't think you're just automatically gonna get her. And the girl said it too. That don't mean nothing that you're gonna get her.
Their reaction when she said that was my favorite part of the whole thing. When she was like, well, she's transgender and I'm transgender. And I think it was Latrice was like, oh no, this is not gonna go there.
Yeah, she was like,
it's not gonna go there.
She was like, baby, that don't mean nothing, like, cause it's true. And then when she did her little impression of her, that
wasn't an impression.
It wasn't at all. It was her talking. And then Latrice was like, all right, what else you got?
Yeah, because they were just sick of her. And then I'm upset that I didn't get to see more of Latrice because of Gia just ruining it. And you can tell that the judges acknowledge that, because remember they made Latrice safe later on?
Yeah.
Because they were like, we didn't even get to see Latrice do anything. Because they had Gia just being a extremely offensive.
Very, like the joke she was making, and even Latrice said it, she was like, I can take heckling, but like it felt personal. Like that was my issue with it. Calling her a man, saying she was big.
Yeah, like, it's like, it's one thing to like be in character and like make comments, but also that's not even that character.
No.
All she did was dress up as a person and then make up a character.
Yeah.
Like,
she knew nothing about the person.
Right. And like, as opposed to Valentina, who knew too much about the person and then didn't know how to be funny with it. She knew nothing.
Nothing.
And then she was just... And I was going through tweets, because I'm in this now. And I searched Gia's name, and I saw like a bunch of tweets that were like, Gia Goodman has managed to offend me as an Asian American more than anyone I ever could have expected on this. Like, and I don't know if that's, you know, like,
it's true though. She was very,
because I'm not an Asian American or in general,
but she
like,
was still very offensive. It's like, I get it, it's your culture, but you could still be offensive towards your culture,
right? And people were just kind of like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
So and her just purpose. And when they told her in the workroom, they were like, that felt like you did it on purpose. And she was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I mean, oh, I'm sorry. She has the most monotone voice.
I know.
And then they were like, like, you could tell they were like, no, we know. It was personal.
It was, but I wondered still, because even before she started interrupting, Latrice
wasn't doing
Did she pick the right character?
No.
Like, the character was accurate, but did she pick the right character? She had a couple funny moments, like when she walked off to and saw Keenan, Kid Flash. Sorry, I don't know what his name, Kid Flash. When she saw him, like, that was funny, but was the character the right choice? Because the
I still don't think Latrice would have taken the show.
No, I don't think so.
I'll never know because Gia had to. I hate her.
So let's move on to this week, to the runway.
Runway was alright.
Boots the house down. First of all, I want to talk about Ru.
Ru looked really good. I don't know. Ru looked good.
Ru has, like always for seasons, has been doing the occasional jumpsuit and then just gowns. Ru this week,
I don't know what that. I didn't actually think that. I was like, who is that?
Right? Like, he went old school Ru. He had the darker wig. He wasn't platinum blonde. His makeup looked amazing. Like, Raven did a great job. His bodysuit
thing, I don't know.
Oh my god, he looked amazing.
Solid.
For 58, holy crap. He looked amazing.
He looks good for 58 in general.
Yeah, and then this week he just looked phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree.
The runway, what was your favorite looks? What was your least favorite looks?
My favorite was Valentina, I'm not gonna lie.
Valentina.
That was smooth,
that's
that was
how you do
clean.
Boots the house down.
That was nice.
And I know Michelle made the comment about her crotch dropping lower and lower as she was walking, but I didn't really notice it. I think it's
I didn't notice it at all.
Because there was no creasing or anything, it just was like a longer shape.
It's just the nature of that type of outfit.
So shoot your top, who was your worst look?
I don't know, probably Manila or... it was creative actually. No, I think my worst look was probably... I can't remember all of them, I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably Naomi with that like Viking thing.
Really? I like that. What about...
I liked it, but like they said, there were no boots.
It was gladiator sandals.
Like, I don't dislike the look, but for the competition...
What about Monique with the Little Red Riding Hood look?
Oh yeah, I wasn't into that.
That was my least favorite. That was my least favorite because it looked cheap. Like, it was a cool concept.
You're right, I wasn't into that.
Yeah, it was a cool concept and the hood was cool, but like, they're regular denim shorts.
You know how I remember that? Because just when you said it, I remembered last night watching it and being like, I should be taking notes right now as I saw that.
Yeah, it's because they were just regular denim shorts, so it wasn't anything. There was no like bedazzling or anything on the top. And the boots, she made them. They were cool, but they looked like something you get at Party City.
Latrice looked good.
Latrice looked really good. I like that. Really good. I think my top look of the week was either...
Oh, and so did, I'm sorry, Trinity looked really good too.
Trinity,
that was a good look.
And that was a last minute look. She pulled that together in 2 days before the trip.
That was
because she had another look. I think my top look of the week was Monet Exchange because I loved it. I loved the shape. I loved everything about it. The like motorbike look.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was cool.
That was my top.
It's not my top, but it was cool.
For me, that was my top, and Valentina was my second top because that was just like, I loved the concept of like the boots all in one.
Yeah.
And then my bottom of the week for the looks wise was Monique. It just looked cheap compared to everyone else.
That
it
makes
did.
sense.
Like that looks like if you were doing the boots challenge on a regular season, you would wear that, not on an all-star season.
I don't know the difference, but I'll take your word for it.
They have more money on all-stars and more experience with the competition, and it's just overall the bar's higher.
Okay.
So it's like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the top two, the bottom two, do you agree? Do you disagree?
Refresh my memory.
The bottom two was Valentina and Gia Goodman.
Absolutely.
And the top two was Manila and...
Oh, yes, and Trinity, yeah.
Manila
oh, absolutely, Trinity. That was perfect. This is the first time watching the show, out of the 3 episodes, that the judges got it perfect. The bottom two were the worst two, and the top two were the best two. That's my opinion.
I agree with the bottom two. I don't agree with the top two.
Why not?
Actually, I would have wanted a bottom 3, because in All Stars 3 they do bottom 3. I would have wanted Monet to be in the bottom 3 for elimination also, because like the look was phenomenal and that's why she was safe. But for me, like, she should have been in the bottom.
Here's the thing about her as opposed to
Latrice, because she was in the bottom 3 also. But
right.
she was safe.
Right. Is that... Well, Latrice got distracted, but even just compared to the bottom 2, right? Why Monet was like a step above, in my opinion, was because even though it wasn't a good impression, at least she didn't, like, halt the conversation in the way that, let's say, Valentina did, right? Valentina would be like, pull the lever, and it would be like, crickets. Whereas, at least Monet was saying stuff that, like, people could be like, all right, well, shut up, and then bounce out. Like, she didn't be like, stop, listen, and then do stupid things. She just kind of wasn't great. Yeah, it's just, I mean, none of Monet's jokes landed. And like I said, I love her. She's one of my favorite this season. Like, but she just needed... she needs to be up for elimination this week just to scare her a little bit. It wasn't up to par. But I think the bottom 2 were worse. I think they were all equal. I think her look saved her because her look was amazing. But for me, I think the top 2 should have been Trinity and Naomi. I get they wanted to pick one from each group. I think it should have been Trinity and Naomi. I thought they were the funniest. Yeah, I could see that. I was fine with the top 2, but I would have also been fine with that. As long as Trinity was in the top 2, I was fine with either of the others. Trinity definitely hands down deserved to win. Now, I want to talk about the drama with Manila playing the game. Manila's debating and being candid about it. Hold on. That bothered me. No, the one sentence bothered me. I know when she said, if you're ever in the top and I'm in the bottom, please show me grace. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, that bothered me. That bothered me so much. I get she's playing the game, but like your talent should speak for yourself, and that's why I liked what Valentina said. Yeah, when Valentina was like, beat me. I was like, Valentina, yes. I really like Valentina this week. Yeah, and I'm not her biggest fan, truthfully. Yeah, but this week, I was all of, except for her actual performance, of course. Yeah. I liked her attitude this week, and I liked her look. But her look was really good. But the funniest part of that whole exchange was when Valentina's talking to Trinity, and Trinity's like, she's talking about sending you home, she's like, so there's a chance I could go home this week? Like, I watched that like 5 times. I thought that was so funny. Like, she's such an actress. Like, you never know what she's thinking. Yeah, I agree. But like, that really bothered me with Manila because Manila, how do you come in and I like Manila a lot, but I feel like she kind of like goes back and forth, and it's like, how do you come in and say, I am one of the oldest competitors here. I've been on this show multiple times. You know, like I'm like a seasoned veteran, and then go to like this younger drag queen and be like, if you're ever in the top, please don't send me home. It just doesn't... I really think that... I don't like that from anyone, but how do you come in and be so confident and then be like, please don't send me home, show me grace? You know what it is? I really think it's that she's not doing as well as she thought originally, because she said it, and it's scaring her. Could be. And she's talented. I just think she fumbled one week, and it's really scaring her. Right. And now she's trying to make alliances in case she fumbles again. I just don't... Something about that really bothered me. But you know what I did like about her? I'm sorry. I did like, though, because this is such a taboo thing on the All-Stars, I like that she was candid about saying, like, listen, I am considering sending you home. I'm playing the game. It was weird. I gained respect and then immediately lost it. I was like, look at her for being candid and being like, I'm going to be honest with you, I could send you home because you're a strong competitor. And then it was just like, please don't send me home later. And it's like, wait, you can't do that. Like, it's one or the other. I don't know. It just bothered me. I didn't like it. Especially when she had such a strong week. She did. She dominated her group in the thing. Like, she shouldn't have to say that. And then, like, people, and even the judges were like, I don't know what changed between last week and this week, but you rocked this week. And then she's, like, begging for, like, future alliance. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. That's not how, but I really like the way Valentina handled it. I agree. But now, here's what bothers me about the lip sync. Trinity said, I'm not sending you home to Valentina. And Valentina said, win this lip sync for me. What was that lip sync? Trinity on her season, I want to show you a season 9 lip sync because against Charlie Hides, she could have easily won. She could have, like, Charlie literally just stood there the whole time. And she was doing backflips, cartwheels, running up and down the stage. This week, she walked. She walked. Manila did really good in the lip sync, though. Manila did really good, but Manila was shady, too, because did you see how many times during the lip sync she just flat out stood right in front of that also kind of annoyed me. But I guess that's part of it.
Play the stage.
Yeah, true. I guess I'm thinking of it as like this has to be fair, but that's the rules of it. Like you can do whatever. Yeah, she kept walking right in front of her, and Trinity didn't even like fight back. And she did that thing where she like would reach out from behind her, but like.
And it was funny the first time, but after a couple times,
you
like,
gotta get up
and for Trinity, for Trinity to tell Valentina like, you're my sister, I'm gonna win this for you, and then like we've seen her turn it down on the show. If we didn't see any other performances, yes, it's a good performance. But if we see you doing backflips, and like
this is underwhelming.
Yeah. So Manila won. She had this whole dramatic speech.
Which was annoying, but okay.
And was very vague about who she was going to send home, and then she sent Gia home.
This person is my friend, and I love her, and I will always love her. And it's like, you just take out the lipstick.
Yeah.
And Gia is finally gone, baby. I'm excited.
Are we shocked?
Woo!
Are we shocked though?
I mean, we called it last week. I think everyone in the world
called it.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a little harder, so who do you predict is going to be in the top next week, and who do you predict is going to be out next week?
I'm calling Trinity staying towards the top.
And who else do you think will be in the top with her?
Naomi, now that I've seen a little more, maybe a Monet.
Because next week's an improv comedy challenge.
Ooh, then Trinity, a Naomi, maybe a Latrice. Now that she's not going to have Gia up in her face, we'll see, because I feel like Latrice is good at that on the fly. In the bottom, I'm seeing Monique going pretty soon. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Monique, and if Monet's not careful, she's gonna end up right there too.
Monet could go either way for me.
Yeah.
Valentina was, because it's a comedy challenge, I don't know if Valentina's gonna.
I'm nervous. I think Valentina is either gonna knock it out of the park because of her bad performance last week, and she has the fire under her. She has the fire under her. I was gonna say, but I think the tops are going to be Trinity, Naomi, and maybe Latrice, because she is very funny. Yeah. And then the bottoms right now, I think Monique, for sure, because she's just not up to the par with the rest of them right now. She's not. It's nothing against her. She's just like got to step it up.
She seems like the weakest link.
And then Monet and Valentina need to be careful. But Monet has an upper hand because she's very familiar with the city in Jersey, and it's a Jersey improv challenge, so she could knock it out. But the ones I'm watching out for to be in the bottom are Monet and Valentina, and then Monique, I think she definitely will be.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Nick.
I'm Joe, and I'm straight.
And I'm not. Bye, guys. So don't want this on camera.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna clap?
Oh, yeah.